Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am the one and the only Uchiha Demon. And in today's video we're doing another classic versus battle. Now this might be the most debated fight within the Naruto verse, and that is Adult Rinnegan Sasuke versus Juubidara or Tenzo's mod. Now I don't quite see why this is still debated, but in 2026 it is still one of the most debated battles within the Naruto universe. I feel like the outcome is very obvious, but hey, maybe that's just me. But before I get started, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And without further ado, let's just jump straight in. So, at the end of Naruto Shippuden, Madara becomes the Tenzo Jinchuriki, and it is stated that he is approaching the power levels of Hagoromo of the Sage Sexpack. Now, even before he became a Jinchuriki, he was able to defeat all the tailed beasts, including Yankin Kurama out of Naruto. Now, once he became the tailed beast host, his power was on a completely different level. And we can't go forward without talking about his iconic fight against my guy. Bear in mind, this is 8 gigs my guy. Now, Madara was essentially toying with the strongest Taijutsu user on the planet. He was strong enough to withstand Guy's most devastating attacks, including the Night Guy, which literally bent space itself. Now, even after taking a hit that destroyed half his body, he just laughed it up and he kept going. Because he wasn't just surviving, he was actually enjoying it because he knew that it didn't matter what Might Guy hit him with, because he knew that his regeneration made him damn near unkillable. And obviously that was the case. Now, on top of that physical durability, he had the strength and the ability to cast one of the most powerful genjutsus known as the Infinite Shigyoni, which is able to subjugate, I believe, everybody on the planet except Team 7, the reanimated Kage, Obito, and Black Zetsu, which will make Madara the only non-Otsutsukis to cast that jutsu, I believe. But I think by far his most broken ability, in my opinion anyway, has to be the Limbo clone. He is invisible to the naked eye, and it can only be seen with the Rinnegan, or detected through its six-path senjutsu. Not even the Byakugan, the dojutsu known to be superior in insight among all the dojutsus, can perceive them because, well, they exist in a parallel dimension. With one Rinnegan, Madara can form only one shadow, but with two, he can make up to 4. Each shadow has the same ability as the real Madara, with the added advantage of it being untrackable. The shadows can attack targets, they can give their appearance of inexplicable force knocking them down, or they can even defend Madara given the appearance of an invisible wall around them. The shadows are invulnerable to any kind of physical damage and can't be harmed through conventional means. The shadows' very formation can be used defensively, taking Madara's place mid-attack as some sort of body replacement technique. And after a certain amount of time, the shadow will return to Madara's body, and he will likewise need to wait a certain amount of time before he can perform them. I guess that is the only weakness with Limbo, that is the time that we use it, but even still, without a Rinnegan, you can't see as though. Now, on to Sasuke Uchiha, my favorite character, by the way, in case you guys didn't know. Now, before we talk about adult Sasuke, I think we should talk about Sasuke at the end of Shippuden as well. Now, before he receives chakra from Hagoromo, he had the EMS, or the Ikano Monji Sharingan. Now, with that alone, he was able to compete alongside the reanimated Kage and Naruto to take on Tenzo's Obito. He wasn't just spectating, he was on the front lines with them. His intelligence and sharpness were praised by the likes of Minato, Toriyama, and even Madara himself did say that if only Sasuke had been born earlier, he would have chosen him over Obito. Granted, Juubito isn't as strong as Juubidara, but I'm saying that this is still impressive for, I think at the time Sasuke is 16, so. But after receiving the 6-path chakra from Hagoromo, Sasuke awakens the Rinnegan in his left eye. Now, we saw exactly how broken this was in the final battle against Naruto. Now, with a single glance, and I mean just one glance, he's able to pull all 9 tailed beasts on the genjutsu and trap them in a Chibaku Tensei. Now, even Kurama noted that Sasuke's ability to suppress and absorb the chakra into Susanoo was so advanced that it actually resembled Hagoromo himself. Now, this wasn't just power, this was total dominance over the most massive chakra sources in the world. Now, with that Rinnegan, he also gained probably my favorite Sasuke ability, which is the Amano Tijikara, allowing him to shift spaces and swap places with objects or people instantly. And this was actually key for them, I guess, during the fight against Kaguya, because this actually allowed Sasuke to keep up with the fight. I mean, the whole Kaguya switching dimensions, how within chakra, it was close. Well, every 2 seconds, Sasuke would just switch places, try to hit her with a Chidori, so boom, they'll switch to a different dimension. And at the very end, he swapped, I think, Naruto's clone with the same ability, and then they showed him. But bear in mind, Kaguya is by far, again, there's also another debate I don't understand, but Kaguya is by far stronger than Madara. At least he's more powerful, but I guess that's still some other debate in 2026. But if Sasuke was able to put pressure on such a being, You know what I mean? I feel like we see what put two and two together. But that's the thing, or is the thing. It doesn't stop there. But that was just Sasuke at the end of Shippuden. Now, in Gibraltar time, he's significantly stronger than his teen self, right? He spent time traveling dimensions and honing his visual powers to the point where he can take on Kaguya level threats regularly. I mean, look at how he fought Momoshiki, Kinshiki. By the way, he was low in chakra because, traveling through dimensions take chakra, but he was still dominating, right? In a fight against Momoshiki, he opens a portal of, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, about 7 people total, give or take 2 of them. That takes a lot of chakra, but even that, he was still with the team of Naruto and put belt to ass. Shout out Momoshiki. I also love Momoshiki very much, but not the point. Now, even more broken characters in the verse, acknowledge his threat level. Like Jigen literally stated that Sasuke was the one that he needed to get rid of because of his because of how smart he was, and his Rinnegan was too dangerous to leave on the battlefield. Otsutsukis, the same thing, saying that Sasuke's Rinnegan abilities was incredibly annoying to deal with. Momoshiki acknowledging that Sasuke, even without the Rinnegan, is still a threat. Now, if these powerhouses, the Otsutsukis monsters, think Sasuke Uchiha is a problem, what chance does Madara have? Which brings me to the burden. Who wins? The ghost of Uchiha, Madara, or the Avenger, Sasuke? After that breakdown, I think it's overwhelmingly clear who wins this battle. And the answer is quite simple. It is Adult Sasuke, and guys, this should not be a debate in 2026. Honestly, I'll go a step further. Sasuke at the end of Shippuden, when he gets his Rinnegan, would beat Madara too. Now, that is a slightly more difficult battle, yes, but he still wins. I mean, let's think about it. Sasuke counters every single one of Madara's broken abilities. For example, Limbo. They'll be completely useless because Sasuke has the Rinnegan to see them, meaning they'll lose the elemental surprise. Speed. Sasuke is significantly faster. I mean, we saw it when he used his swapping ability to swap places with his sword, which stabbed Madara right in the chest. Or when he did it, and then he literally bisected Madara before he can even react. So, but I know someone would say, oh, but Madara is immortal, he survived die, how can Sasuke do this? Yes, his durability and regeneration are insane, but durability doesn't matter if he can't hit your opponent. Sasuke can just speed blitz him all day long. And he has the speed and the accuracy to teleport behind him or in front of him to put a 6-5 enhanced Chidori right through his head or his heart before Madara even knows if I start. Yes, his regeneration is great, but it won't save you to get a blitz and dismantled by someone with risky power level. Now, if a 60-year-old Sasuke who's a goddess eye is already doing that to a powerful, or rather a god tier Madara, imagine what a more practiced and a more trained, more adapted to the Rinnegan's an adult Sasuke would do to Madara. Like, that fight wouldn't really be a fight, but I want to say this is opinion, but it's not, because it's literally facts. I mean, part of the story is that they get stronger than their past, like narratively, like they get stronger. So I think Adult Sasuke will take this, and it's not even close. Well, what do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm lowballing Madara, or like maybe I'm glazing Sasuke too much? I mean, he is my favorite character, but I feel like this shouldn't be a debate. But without further ado, don't forget to like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Also, leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. I am Uchiha Demon, and I'm out.